Hello and welcome to the most important video of the week, and that is final plugs and team selection for game week 16. Now, I have 2 free transfers and we're going to get into my team in a little bit, and I'm going to hopefully explain what it is I'm planning on thinking on doing. I'm not really too sure. I'm still a little bit uncertain whether I'm going to make any transfers at the moment. The players that I have got my eye on are not rising in price, and no one in my team is dropping in price that's going to affect me. And I don't think that's going to change before the deadline. It might change, but I'm not expecting it to at the moment. It doesn't look like it's likely. But again, that could change depending on what happens over the over the next 48 hours. But look, there's plenty to get into, plenty of questions, what to look ahead to for the weekend. And look, my team selection this week, I'm super happy with the way my team is. Like, my bench this week, I actually think, I actually did contemplate playing the bench boost this week, and you'll understand why when I show you my team selection for this week. And this is without me making any transfers as well. So, without further ado, let's get into the final plugs for game week 16. So, Manchester City are still not out of their funk. They lost away against Juventus midweek in the Champions League, 2-0 down. In fact, they lost 2-0. What am I on about? They're not 2-0 down. They lost 2-0. Again, no Haaland goal. De Bruyne and Gundogan look old. Pep looks like he's lost the plot on the sideline. I'm not even sure if I can recommend holding any Manchester City players anymore. I think if you've got one, you probably just ditch them after what I saw midweek. Doesn't look good. Let's be honest. Man United won away from home midweek. They didn't look very good in the first half. Even for the first 60 minutes, that game's just finished. I've just watched it. They were god-awful for 60 minutes in that game when Xerxes and Rashford were on the field. Xerxes gave away the ball 19 times. It was absolutely god-awful. I don't think he'll be anywhere near the team on Sunday. But Rasmus Højlund came off the bench and scored twice, and Ahmad was deployed in the number 10 role for anyone that's thinking of getting him, which I think is a prelude to what we're likely to see. He had another assist and was arguably Man United's best player on the pitch. Bruno Fernandes played deeper in this game as well. I'm not sure if we'll see that on the weekend. I expect Mason Mount to come in to the team. He looked really good, I thought, when he came on. But look, the main point to take out of this is the derby could be any result. It could be a Manchester City win. It could be a Man United win. It could be a draw. It could be high scoring. It might be low scoring. I think there's more likely it's going to be high scoring than low scoring based on the form of both of these teams. Yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, that is a game where I would not be backing in a clean sheet, but it is a game where I'm expecting attacking returns, which is why I will be starting Bruno Fernandes in my team. All right. The system manager chip has been revealed, available from game week 24. Some transfers will need to be set aside for this, plus your budget. Remember, it's going to cost you between 0.5 and 1.5. You need to start the forward planning now in order to make the most of this chip moving forward. If you want to know all about it, please see my video I released yesterday. Yeah, that's all I needed to be said. I think I've nailed the strategy that you need to be using for that as well. And the game weeks you want to be looking at are game weeks 31 and 33. Long time in the future. We've got another 16 plus rounds to go. So let's not worry about that for now. Captaincy comes down to one of the mid premiums this week, and I have them in this order at the moment: Palmer, Salah, Saka. So Palmer's at home against Brentford, who have been god-awful away from home. They're actually the worst team in the Premier League in terms of travelling away from home. Mo Salah comes in second against Fulham, and the only reason why is because Fulham is a much better defence. Fulham actually defend really well, even though they might be missing Anderson and Bassi or whatever. I expect them to defend better than I expect Brentford to defend, which means that there's going to be more points on offer for a Palmer than there's more points on offer for a Salah. Saka comes in at number 3 only because of the fact that, you know, he did score twice midweek in the Champions League. I'm not sure if that's going to continue. Everton's underlying defensive data is actually better than Brentford's as well. It's not as good as Fulham's though, which is why, I don't know, but Saka doesn't have the same goal threat as Palmer and Salah. So that's why I've got Saka third. Either or, I think all 3 are going to return this week. I think you'd be pretty comfortable picking any one of them. And I think it's in that order based on that form, as I've just gone about. Gabriel was still out. He wasn't in the Champions League squad. You probably, realistically, you're not waiting for the press conference from Mikel Arteta because he's going to give you absolutely diddly squat. But in reality, if you've still got him in your team, you're probably waiting to hear from him anyway, to see if he gives you any sort of cryptic clue about what's going to go on. But don't be going in there thinking anything other than the fact that he's going to give you absolutely crickets, because that's probably what he's going to give you. Will there be the one clean sheet this weekend? I don't know. I'm hoping there is, because I'm sick of seeing my defence blank. except when they get attacking returns. So this week when we get into my team selection, we'll see that I'm expecting a few attacking returns this week. So, and will the budget midfielders step up for our teams this week with the consistency that we're searching for? Now, there's no reason why Ahmad can't deliver this week. Man City look like they're going to concede goals. There's no reason why Enzo Fernandez will blank. He obviously didn't play midweek. I expect him to start against Brentford as well. And the way that Brentford can play away from home, as I said, he could also get you attacking returns. Yeah, there's quite a few. I mean, Iwobi's one that, and any Fulham players, I wouldn't be backing them in for returns this week, but next week they've got Southampton, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And are we going to start seeing some consistency from him? I mean, Ahmad has started to show signs of consistency, so has Enzo Fernandez. I think those are the two that I've really got my eye on that doesn't involve Iwobi at this point moving forward. Thankfully, I haven't had to make any transfers yet. So yeah, those are my final plugs. If you've got any questions, please put them in the bottom of this video. I will respond to them. And again, please make sure you like this video as well. And if you're new, please smash the subscribe button. We are going to get into the team selection right now. So let's get into that. In fact, we're actually going to start off with something slightly differently. Is we're going to have a look at just some of the transfers and stuff like that for this week. So, Isaac is the most bought-in player, and if you are buying him, there's every reason to buy him. He's got an amazing run of fixtures coming up. Saliba, I understand lots of people probably just transferring Gabriel to him at this particular moment because Gabriel, as we see, is still yellow flagged. Watkins is now yellow flagged as well, and look, I'd probably be ditching him 9 mil. And the same with Haaland. Like these guys are too expensive for the numbers they're putting out at the moment. And obviously the top 5 there, Enzo, Saliba, Isaac, Palmer, Salah. You can't really not recommend any of them if you don't have them in your team. So, look, that's where it is. Enzo is unbelievably being bought in. Everyone is literally jumping on that bandwagon. I think Ahmad is probably just as good a pick, to be honest, and they're about to be the same price as well. So Ahmad's 5.1, Enzo is up to 5 mil now. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Now, when we go to FPL Challenge really quickly, I'll just show you the team selection I've done for this. So this, remember, is bargains. And I've gone with Raya in goal. So anyone under 6 million earns you double points. Drew in Timber in defence, Robertson in defence, Kirkes in defence. I've then gone Palmer, captain, because I just think he's got the most upside attacking potential here. I've gone with Semenyo from West Ham, Enzo from Chelsea. Mo Salah obviously makes the cut as well. Haaland's making the cut, even though only because of the fact that he does like playing against Manchester United. João Pedro obviously under 6 mil, and Strand Larsen under 6 mil. I think they're really good shouts as well. Jamie Vardy could be a cheeky shout as well in regards to the Newcastle game, only because of the fact that Newcastle don't defend the best. So let's have a quick look at my team. So as you can see here, we go to transfers. I still have 2 transfers available. I have used none this week. I've got 0.1 budget in the thing, and look, that's my team. I'm pretty damn happy with it. This week, as I said, I've got such a selection headache. Like, all 5 defenders I think could get clean sheets this week and all attacking returns, except Colwill. Colwill's on the bench only because of the fact that he's got 0 chance of attacking returns. So I'm like based it on like the other ones who I think is most likely to keep attacking returns, and we'll see in just a short second who I've gone with in regards to that. Again, the goalkeepers, you've got to play the home fixture there. That's I'll give you a little hint. That's what I'm doing. So like my plans were this week, if I was going to see some price rises, was to drop Mitoma for Iwobi and Verbruggen for Alisson, who is now fit and available, in case anyone was wondering. So those were going to be my 2 transfers if I moved this week. Becker. So this is what I was going to do if there was any more price rises on these 2 particular players. Now, I wasn't going to be bringing in Iwobi for this week, and it would have made my benching selection a hell of a lot easier because I would have just benched him and João Pedro would have started. I can tell you now that that's the person that's missing out in this team this week. So let me know in the comments if I've got that right or wrong. But those were going to be my 2 transfers this week. What left me with 0 money in the budget. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But thankfully, it doesn't look like Alisson Becker's going to rise. It doesn't look like Iwobi's going to rise. And it doesn't look like Mitoma's going to drop or Verbruggen's going to drop. So I can avoid having to do that this week. And I'll roll my team for the 3 free transfers next week. And that's when, hopefully, Enzo doesn't go up any more in price. Because then I'll be bringing in Enzo for Mitoma. Provided Mitoma doesn't pop off this week, then I might actually just keep him. Then I'll get rid of Colwill for probably... a Gomez, and then a Becker will still come in for Verbruggen. and then I'll deal with 8 Nori in a couple of weeks with the extra 0.2 I should have left in the bank. So those are my plans moving forward. At the moment, I'm going to be rolling this week, and let's get into the pick the team. So let's start off. Brabazon starts in goal at home. So these I'm lining up in a 3-5-2 this week. I can give you that much information right off the bat. So Brabazon's got a home fixture of Crystal Palace. I think that's better than Fabianski going away to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are a decent attack. I expect them to score. And West Ham's defence is much worse than Brighton's, I believe. So, yeah, look, I'm expecting Brabazon to hopefully get me 2 points. That's honestly, I don't know. He probably won't keep a clean sheet. He'll probably concede one stupid goal and it'll be like 2 points. So, look, that's all I'm hoping for, really. 2 points at a minimum would be nice. Yeah, I'm sick of seeing him not deliver. He is definitely on the chopping block next week when I do bring in some cover for the Liverpool defence. Julian Timber starts at home to Everton. Again, Arsenal's set piece threat means that I do have to have that covered. He was rested midweek in the easier Champions League game, so I'm expecting him to come straight back in and he'll be right for here on in. So look, there was some good game management there from Arsenal. I didn't mind it midweek, and I think Julian Timber comes straight back in here. Kirkes starts. He's got West Ham at home, and the way he attacks and gets up that flank, I really think that there is potential for attacking returns here. Plus, West Ham's attack is not that good. Mikel Antonio is obviously out, and it really is down to Jared Bowen and probably Mohamed Kudus to create some chances. And I think Kirkes probably keeps a clean sheet here. And 8 Nori comes in only because of the fact that they've got Ipswich at home. If Martin O'Neill's still there, he really needs a result here. So I'm expecting Wolves hopefully to keep a clean sheet. Ipswich don't really have that much attacking threat. And then he hopefully will get me something going the other way as well, like he did at the end of last game week where he got an assist, obviously, against West Ham. So I'm expecting something there. And it is a little bit more... I'm playing players based on the fact that they're potentially going to get attacking returns rather than keeping the clean sheets. Because I feel like if I just wanted the clean sheet, I'd probably just play Colwill and Hall instead of Kirkes and 8 Nori, but I'm playing Kirkes and 8 Nori based on the fact I think they've got slightly more attacking potential. All right, in the midfield. Actually, this is wrong. I don't know why my team has done this. Let's just bear with us. I am going to fix this. Mo Salah, make sure you press confirm on your thing. He is coming into my team and he is going to be becoming my vice captain. There you go. All right, I'll just confirm that now. Save that because... we do not want that to be going awry. So Bruno Fernandes, he starts. It's away against Man City. I was concerned again that he was playing deeper midweek in the Europa League. That was concerning. But look, he got an assist even from that position for Rasmus Højlund's second goal. So I'm not too concerned. He is obviously on all the free kicks. He's on a lot of corners still. And he is on penalties. And the way Man City are defending, there is definitely potential for an attacking return from him, which is why he is starting here instead of João Pedro up front. Mitoma obviously starts. Now, I just think he's a 90-minute man and João Pedro is not. That is the sole reason why Mitoma is starting over João Pedro. It was literally between those two, which one starts, which one stays on the bench. Ironically, Fantasy Football Hub reckons I should start Mitoma on the bench and João Pedro should be on the field. Probably based on the fact that he's a penalty taker. I'm not sure. But in my mind, I'm thinking if you're playing 90 minutes, you're more likely to get me points. And João Pedro, could get a rest at some point. We don't know. Danny Welbeck's potentially going to be available, so that might affect his minutes as well. So Saka starts obviously at home to Everton, and Mo Salah starts at home to Fulham. We'll get on to the captaincy decision in a little bit, but look, it's pretty damn tight. There's going to be plenty of people just jumping straight back on the perma-captain Salah. I just think that Palmer's got a little bit more upside this week, and we'll go into that in a second. Up front, it's an easy decision. Isaac's got Leicester at home, who have been leaking goals for days. It's probably why he's the most popular transfer target this week. And Nicholas Jackson has obviously got the Brentford attack at home. Again, he was rested midweek, so he's nice and fresh. He is obviously on the 4 yellow card tightrope still, but he's been walking that tightrope for a long time, and hopefully he can really milk the fixtures coming up for Chelsea. So look, I'm excited about my entire team this week. I feel like every player has a significant chance of returning for me. It could be a massive week. This could be a 100-plus week. Realistically, it's probably going to be 50-plus. But look, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm in a nice position. Now, if we look at the bench, It's a really good bench. In fact, actually, João Pedro probably needs to be switched to Colwill. Actually, no, he just needs to be switched to with everyone. All right, there we go. I'm happy with that now. Let's save that again. So the bench will line up as such. João Pedro will be first man off the bench. He's got Crystal Palace at home. I just can't see any of those forward 7 not starting, but in the event that they don't, João Pedro's there ready to come in. Lewis Hall is obviously unlucky. He's stiff to miss out. I mean, like, I might have this wrong. Let me know in the comments if I've got this wrong. I've got Hall starting second player on the bench at home to Leicester. Now, I just think that Leicester, with the way the new manager bounced, is more of an attacking threat than what West Ham and Ipswich are going to offer. That is purely my line of reasoning. That is why Hall starts on the bench and Aït-Nouri and Kirkes start on the field. Colwill, he's just safe. I think Brentford do offer enough going forward that I don't want to play him because there's zero chance of him getting attacking returns. So I think that's what it comes down to. Like, I just want more attacking returns in my defence. So I'm playing the ones that I think are more likely to get it. So I think that's what you need to do moving forward as well, only because of the fact that defenders haven't been keeping clean sheets this year. Even though the fixture quite often looks good on paper, they're not keeping clean sheets, which is why I'm playing Kirkes and Aït-Nouri instead of Hall and Colwill. And yeah, obviously Fabianski, I think he's got way less likelihood of keeping a clean sheet compared to Verbruggen this week, even though they probably will both concede. So yeah, let me know in the comments if I got it right or wrong. In terms of captaincy, yes, there's some people who've been talking about making Isak captain this week. I understand it. It makes a lot of sense. They're playing Leicester, and Leicester, I expect, will concede goals. I mean, there's even a reason to make Nicholas Jackson your captain this week. Brentford's defence is just as bad. I just don't think you can go there. I think you do have to play it safe. It's either Palmer, Salah, or Saka. All three have amazing fixtures at home, but I think Palmer has the most upside against that Brentford defence. And obviously he's been rested midweek as well. And I think that does come into it. If you're resting midweek, he's in a nice rhythm where he plays on the weekend and he has then a week off and then he plays on the weekend. I expect him to dominate. And I think he's got more upside against the Brentford defence than Mo Salah does against the Fulham defence. So yeah, that's it. Good luck in game week 16. I am currently ranked 18,022. The aim is to get inside the top 15,000 this week with this team selection without making any transfers at all. This has been how good my game week 12 wildcard squad has been because I've literally made 2 transfers since then and I've just been rolling. It's been so good. I've set up my team really well, and that is the key important thing. If you are interested and you are on wildcard this week, you can even use my team as a template or look at what I've put together in my wildcard draft earlier in the week. I think I released it on Wednesday. And if you're after the differentials, check out the Tuesday video as well. I'll see you on the other side. Unfortunately, I'm traveling to the UK this weekend, so there is no deadline day stream. But if you have got any questions, as I said, whack them in the comments. I will answer them. And yeah, good luck. And I'll see you on the other side. And I'll be in the UK, so the videos will be slightly different. They'll be done on my laptop. The screen brightness may not be the same, but the quality will be good because I'm taking the microphone and I'm taking the webcam. So the quality will still be good. It's just the screen brightness on when I'm sharing may be a little bit off, but just an FYI. All right, see you on the other side. See you in the UK. D in it out.